Kia ora, good morning. Today I want to talk to you about Christchurch Cathedral and the Crown's offer to reinstate that building. For over 100 years, Christchurch Cathedral has been in Cathedral Square in Christchurch. And although it's belonged to the Anglican Church, everybody in the city and the region has some connection to it. The Christchurch Cathedral has always been there. It's always been a part of our community. But February 22nd, 2011, that earthquake destroyed the building. Not completely, but enough to make it dangerous, enough for it to be sitting in the centre of our city for the last 6.5 years, decaying, neglected, and very sad. The cathedral has been a symbol of our city, not just locally, but also nationally and internationally. So as long as it's sitting there looking decayed, our city isn't seen as going somewhere. It isn't seen as being regenerating. It isn't seen as a place to come and visit. But now, 6.5 years later, really, we've got to the stage that we need to make a decision. And recent surveys have said 80% of people in Christchurch want a decision, and they want to make it made as soon as possible. To that end, the Crown offer is on the table. The history behind the Crown offer goes back to 2015, when the government organised for a technical decision to be made about whether the cathedral could be reinstated. And the engineers got together from the church and from around the city and came up with a consensus, yes, it could be done, and the cost that it would take. In 2016, the government convened a working group that consists of stakeholders from the Church Properties Trust, from heritage experts, and from the community. And they came up with a report which had detailed planning and costings and recommendations for reinstatement. The church got very close to accepting that report, but the uncertainty around the fundraising and the insecurity of how they would find that money was just a step too far. So the revised report has brought together the Christchurch City Council, the church itself, of course, the government, and very generous donations from the Better Christchurch Buildings Trust. And all in all, that amount of money comes to $90 million. The vast majority of it is from the church itself and their insurance. That $90 million is enough to be able to reinstate the cathedral building and its auxiliary buildings, but there still need to be fundraising for the tower and the steeple. We believe that there's lots of people who will be keen to fundraise for that. We've got quite a lot of offers in kind. We've had people from international organisations offering to develop a people's steeple, and the support is out there. As well as offering the funding, the Crown offer also agrees to legislate, and we have cross-party support for that legislation, which will make it easy to streamline and to fast-track the process of consenting, and to set up a fundraising committee that can work to make sure that the money is there for the cathedral. Now, the reason that the government and the council are supporting this is because although Christchurch Cathedral belongs to the Anglican Church, it is also a significant and recognised Category 1 heritage building. It is also a community facility, and it is a tourist attraction, and it generates interest from tourists from all around the world to come to our city. And furthermore, it's the jewel in the crown of a collection of neo-Gothic buildings in Christchurch, which is unique and special to the Southern Hemisphere. So, the Crown offer means that the church can move on, that Christchurch can make a decision, that we can put Christchurch Cathedral back into the Cathedral Square in Christchurch. And I really encourage everyone to get behind this decision so that we can get started as soon as possible.